How you doing, guys? You all right?
Yeah.
Yeah, really good. Right. Hi, guys. Welcome to everybody who's managed to tune in or is watching it now or watching it later. But this is our pilot episode of the Forest Fans Hub. So hopefully it all goes well and we'll get all the get some interaction from the guys watching and viewing, and hopefully we'll do this regularly in future. So just to introduce ourselves, some of you guys might know me. My name's Ez. I've got a channel called Ez Sense, and I've got got a Twitter page and Instagram as well. Done a few live streams with Dor and Jamie on their channels, and so have some of the other guys on here. So I'll let them introduce themselves. We'll go with Joe first. Go for it, Joe.
Hi, Ez. How you doing? Hi, Liam. Good to see you both. Some of you might have seen me on a couple of other streams as well. So this is just something that we've all set up to try and kick off our own little channel to have a chat and just talk about all things Forest and football. You might have to excuse the background I've got at the moment. We're in the process of moving house, so I've just had to stick a little virtual background over that so you can kind of not see all the boxes. But yeah, all good and really enjoyed yesterday's game.
Yeah, and I'm Liam. Obviously, most of you might have seen me on other streams. So we've done this channel to give other people a voice, and if they want to come on and speak, they're more than welcome to.
Absolutely. So yeah, hi Kel. So yeah, if you can bring up the chats, Joe, as you're going through, yeah, we'll definitely have a look and interact with people on the chat. But like I said, this is just bear with us. You know, there'll be a few teething issues and all that sort of stuff, but we're just getting started. And hopefully, like I said, this is for you guys. This is for you guys to contribute and send us questions, give us your opinions. So we've got a few things that we will chat about today specifically, but we're doing any other business at the end as well if we have time. So what we're going to start off, with yesterday's game, right, guys? We'll go with that. So so reaction to the Valencia game yesterday, which all three of us were lucky enough to be at. So yeah, Joe, do you want to kick this off? Give us your verdict and your opinions on the game yesterday, please.
Yeah, so I think very quickly, I think we did very well. I think it was a very good game. It was good to see what is probably going to be the starting 11, maybe starting 10 or 11. There might be a couple of changes going into that first game, but the first cohesive unit that we're going to be going into the Premier League next week. So it was a good run out. It's good to see definitely Jesse playing. That was really good to see. And then I think overall it was a good game. Obviously, there were still a couple of teething issues. There was a couple of bits where I think we were trying to play similar football that we were last season, and because of the new players we brought in, they're not quite up to that system yet. But overall, I think it was a really good game, a really good run out, and hopefully should give a lot of fans positive outlook going into the Prem. If we can play a team like Valencia and go toe to toe with them, I think we should be all right to look forward to going to the Premier League and not be scared of any of the teams we're going to be playing.
Yeah, absolutely. I was totally agree with you. From what we were both literally sat next to each other in the content. Yeah, really good, especially the first half. Very promising link-up play. There were obviously a few shots that were slightly astray, but that's fine. You know, everyone's got trying to get their shooting boots on and stuff like that. But the link-up play was good. It was promising, and I do agree. Yeah, more than likely, at least 9 to 10 of those you'd think will be starting next week. You possibly get. I don't know if we'll get onto him later. The signing that we've confirmed today, but we'll see how it looks. But yeah, really impressed with it. Really promising signs there, and yeah, hopefully we'll get you get a few more players in before the start of that first game, and we'll see what the squad looks like going into the Newcastle game. So yeah, Liam, you got a bit of a better view of certain things, but yeah, give us your match reactions and what you saw on the day, mate, please.
I thought we were quality yesterday, to be fair. I believe that Cook yesterday proved that he should be in the team. Nick Carter needs to be in there as well, with how strong he is. Worrell, for me, was very good yesterday. So Cooper's got a big ask to see who's in that middle three for when we start next week. O'Brien was my man of the match yesterday. He was quality. Like, I was surprised at how good he was, to be fair. When he become good off the bench, didn't he? to assist Johnson. Was good in every aspect. I think Toffolo got caught out a couple of times. Obviously, we're trying to play that system where the right and left back go forwards, and I think he got caught out of position once or twice. So that's something for Forest to look at, I think. But other than that, there's a lot of positives. Their goal was well worked. I don't think we can't really knock that at all. And we scored a good goal and all. Jesse Lingard, I think he's not near match fit yet. Yesterday, a lot of touches were quite a bit in front of him, but he'll home that in and he'll become a lot better, I think.
Yeah, definitely. I'd agree with you on that one. Jesse showed glimpses, didn't he? There was a few good link ups.
It's exciting to have him on the pitch, isn't it? So
definitely. And I think similarly to with Toffolo, I think a couple of times Nico got caught out when they were playing triangles around our on the edge of our boxes. So it is something for us to obviously work on, but there was definitely positives there. And it seemed like the first time we got a 1 year in behind, which is how he likes it, he set up the goal. And then he almost did exactly the same thing a few minutes later, didn't he? Which was a great save from their goalkeeper.
Well, I think anyone on Twitter worrying about if Forest didn't beat them, this is a Europa side. And they came yesterday to play football. They set up like nearly scrapping with Sam Surridge, and how Gattuso was on the side. He was screaming at his players if they weren't doing enough. So that meant a lot to them yesterday, and also it's good signs.
Yeah, definitely. I was really happy with that ball that got through to a 1 year. I think it's kind of highlighted we can't play the same way that we would have done with Keenan, where it was play the ball to his feet and then everyone can move around him and he can hold it up. We need to be getting that ball in front of Taiwo, and then he's just shown that he's got the pace. He does have the strength to hold someone off, but just maybe not when he's at a standstill. So yeah, I think that was good to kind of see that, and then the fact that we almost did a carbon copy of the exact same passage of play that led to the goal twice. And we've seen goals like that numerous times when we're in the Championship, where it was play the ball to the second striker, get Johnson just at the end of the back stick and just an easy tap in. So I was really happy with how that went.
Do you think we've upped the pace? I mean, yesterday, what I saw, we've upped that how we play the ball now, we've doubled it. Yeah. So, like, against Liverpool last season, you saw how fast Premier League football is. And we have upped that pace. It's not Championship level passing now.
And I think that's probably something that having the quality that we brought into the midfield, definitely with Lewis O'Brien, I agree with you there, Liam. He was a cut above the rest in terms of that midfield. And then bringing the quality that Jesse's got, where he's able to play quick one-touch football and pass and move. We saw that a lot. And it wasn't just through that midfield. It was also happening a lot through the back line as well, where they were spreading it out, getting it quickly down to the wings, but not with a over-the-top long ball, just quick one-touch pass and go, which was really good football to see.
Absolutely. I think we played the opposition a little because I don't think we had a pacey striker that could get in behind us. But so it was very compressed. That's the highest I've seen Forest pressing. And they did give us a few chances, didn't they, with their little goal kicks around the box and gave us the opportunity. But I totally agree with O'Brien's. He just slotted straight in, didn't he? Like he'd been playing for us for ages. You know, he did exactly what you'd expect of him. Really, really good addition, and I hope he gets the chance to do it in the Premier League. And I'm sure he will. He was really promising yesterday. But yeah,
it would be stupid not to play him.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree. I think he's just one of those players. He's going to win you free kicks. I think he won half a dozen at least yesterday, didn't he? And on another day, you would have seen a few more bookings for sure. You know, it wasn't until the second half I think the yellow cards started coming out, but certainly in that first half, he picked up a few fouls in and around the penalty area and gave us a few opportunities. We do need to practice our set pieces a little bit more, but it was promising. It was promising the positions we had in yesterday's game. So overall, we're happy with yesterday's game and the result and everything else, guys.
Yeah, I think one thing I'd just like to touch on, is there anything that you guys saw that you thought, oh, maybe we are still a bit weak there, or something that we still have to improve on? I think one of the things I pointed out to Ez was, Colback definitely. And then
he's not. You saw yesterday, you see he wasn't up to standard. We can't be giving away stupid free kicks every 5 minutes that where he's made a challenge because he can't keep up with play.
Yeah.
He's a. I'm sorry to say it, but I were calling his praises on Dawes' stream, but yesterday he showed he ain't up to pace at all.
Yeah.
Gave away a couple of silly free kicks, and I feel sorry for Yates as well because I think we brought in a player that's going to do that job in that middle in the hole.
Yes,
Yeah.
is that what we're thinking? That Mangala would be instead of Yates and or playing with Yatesy?
Who do you take out of? I will play Yates over O'Brien. No chance after yesterday's performance.
After yesterday's performance,
No chance. Yates has got some big shoes to fill to get back into that midfield. We've seen what a beast Mangala is in the middle. I feel sorry for Colback and Yates, but we're in the Premier League and you've got to play to our strengths.
Yeah, well, I mean, we certainly need competition in that position for sure. It's a last bit of a jigsaw that we seem to be needing to fill at the moment, but Mangala is definitely prospect, and we'll see how long it takes for him to get, up to match speed and match fit. But certainly you'd think that would be the one position that would be up for grabs because, yeah, I agree. O'Brien, you've got to keep him in after yesterday's performance and just how well he slotted in. He did link up, did get a chance to link up with Jesse and the wingers as well, and the wing backs as well. Toffolo had a good game. Nico had a good game, especially in the first half with his link up play. Again, we'll go back to it. It was very promising yesterday, and it'll be interesting to see who makes the cut for the first 11 next week. But you obviously, as we remember, we're going to have 9 subs and 5 5 substitutions you can make. So there will be definitely options for Cooper off the bench. But yeah, fingers crossed. Looking forward to the Newcastle game. So yeah. So anything else, Liam? Yesterday, did you meet anyone special yesterday?
No, can't say I did. No, obviously I was the first one to tweet about Mangala. It was funny when I asked him for that picture because he looked at Murphy to get the go ahead to do it. So I was surprised that they let him take a picture with me. But he looked confident. Obviously, he's only just signed. I got to speak to Murphy for a second as well. Obviously, I tried getting him on a clip for my YouTube, but obviously he's not allowed. But yeah, he waited around to take a picture with a little girl that we were with and all. So that was good of him. So it is exciting, I think. We're getting players in that can play football. So
Definitely.
Absolutely. So yeah, I was going to say, do we think there's going to be any more signings before the Newcastle game? Anything else is going to be announced before the Newcastle game?
I don't think before Newcastle. We've got to get a team sorted in this next week now. Forget about transfers just for now. I think on deadline day, I honestly think Davis is coming back. Other than that, I'm not too sure about Garner. Obviously, he was on United's bench yesterday, wasn't he? I don't know if he got to play, but I think from now until Saturday, it's got to be focused on that Newcastle game.
Yeah,
everything's got to be focused on that. So I know Murphy's doesn't need to be involved in the starting lineup, but we need a bit of consistency before that game, I think.
Yeah. Agreed.
Go on, and Joe, do you want to get us onto our next topic then? Start us off, mate.
Yeah. Just before we move on, Eve just said hi. So hello, Eve.
Hi.
Good day.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah. So next point, Mangala finally signs. It seemed to take forever. It seemed like we got a here we go from Fabrizio almost about a week ago, and then it's only just got over the line today. But good to see that we finally got it. He's finally in the Garibaldi, and hopefully will be straight onto the training pitch to try and get himself into, if not the starting 11 for Newcastle, maybe for the first home game at West Ham.
You certainly hope he'd be fit enough to get onto the bench for Newcastle at least. Even if he doesn't make the starting lineup. really good signing. You know, one that I think as soon as I heard about it, was really hopeful that it would go through. And we'll touch on it in a little while about why it's taken a little bit longer than it should have done. But yeah, certainly one that I'm really glad we got over the line, and it kind of like how it does solidify that position that we're really lacking in. I think defensively, I think we've got a very strong defense at the moment. We could add to the attackers, and the midfield is what we needed to work on. And so it's really great to see that one's actually finally been completed. One of the players that we have been linked with, and he is an exciting prospect, definitely. And I love his style of play, and I think it was just suit the way we want to play. And especially, like we said, if looking at yesterday and Colback's, it was just he just wasn't up to the pace of the game, was he yesterday? And that's why he was committing those silly little fouls and niggles when he couldn't get to the ball. Mangala looks definitely a more mobile, more agile player with a bit more strength on the ball. Really looking forward to see him playing and seeing him put a red shirt on, definitely. But Liam, how do you feel?
Yeah, I pretty much agree with you. I mean, obviously, I already made the comment about Colback. It just looks like a beast. Like, if you watch that reel that someone put up on Twitter, like, he's so forward playing and he's aggressive, and that's what we need. That's what you need for the Prem. Someone to play in that hole. But, like, my question was going to be for you two. If Garner was to come as well, who are you picking?
Oh, that is a cat amongst the pigeons, that. I think as an initial up and running, I'd probably pick Garner just because he knows the system, he knows the players, he knows the manager. But over time, I mean, I'd be purely basing it off of the highlight reels that I've watched a plethora of on YouTube of Mangala. But I think it would definitely be a difficult choice to make. In my head, I mean, in my heart, I'd want Garner to come in and kick right off where he left off and accelerate his career and just really take off in the Premier League with Forest. And I think the best way for him to do that would be in the starting lineup. But I think with Mangala now here, it would be very difficult for him. It would be good competition for him, but I don't know if he would come in and just immediately be straight back to where he left off at Wembley.
And now we've got Jesse on set pieces as well.
Yeah.
Like, that was Garner's. Well, to be honest, Garner's corner kicks were awful. I don't know why we had him on him, but his link-up play in the middle were quality with Garner. So,
yeah.
I mean, it certainly dropped off towards the end of the season, didn't they? But to be fair, his set pieces were some of the better ones we've seen for a while at Forest. Genuinely think he'd be a great addition to the squad, and agreed with Joe. He'd just slot straight in. So he's probably like Keenan Davis. If we're going to go for either of those two, it's more than likely going to be on deadline day, you know, if not leading up to it. Just because they can slot straight into the system, you know, and the culture of a club. They're not going to need that time to adapt to that. But I would like him back. And I think the squad's got to be strong enough. But at the same time, you know, Cooper knows how tight-knit he wants to keep his squad. He's always said 20 is the maximum he likes to work with, but he have to stretch to a 25-man squad. So it's within his thinking, you know. I think it's not somebody that they've forgotten about. And would he want to come though if he's spending more time on the bench than starting, which might be the case depending on what the system we're looking to play. But I'd have him in the squad. I'd have him as a squad player. You know, he definitely has a passion for our club, and he wouldn't be an addition that, like I said, would need any time to settle into the system or the culture. So yeah, I'd like to see him. I definitely would.
But like all the signings we've made, it's for Forest to go forward aggressively. We haven't signed players that are going to sit back, like how we set up with Williams and Toffolo. The players that are going to get forwards.
Yeah.
So obviously Garner was bought in last season before Cooper got there, and Cooper's picked all of his players a part of a system that's going to be aggressive. Obviously, Johnson already fits into that because he's not defensive minded, is he? So, yeah, it might be very hard for Ghana to get into a squad like that.
Yeah, absolutely. But you got to have adaptability. And the good thing, and kind of might be the bad thing about Ghana, is that he can play a number of positions in that midfield. It kind of doesn't let him be solid in one particular position, but that might actually work against him as well. But like I say, I'll go back to I'd have him as in the squad because he will give you that.
Oh, I'd have him, but the question of him or Mangala, we want that aggression, don't we, for the Premier League? So.
Yeah, definitely. But at the same time, every game's not going to be the same. So we will have to cater for certain different opposition, and not that we'll, set up any differently. But we saw it last season. We played different. It was different horses for courses, wasn't it? And he wasn't shy to do that and make a change quick in the game. The Derby game at home was a perfect example. That first 20 minutes, they were all over us. He switched the formation, switched the style of play, and we got back into the game and ultimately won it. So, yeah, there will be times when we'll have to switch things up. But like I said, giving you the 5 subs and the options off the bench does make that a viable option that you can look at, definitely. So, yeah. So, Joe, is there anything else you want to add to that?
No, I don't think so. I think, we pretty much summed it up all right there. I think we'd all say we'd definitely take Garner back in a heartbeat. Would he be a starting player? Would he be a rotation? I think that's something that we'd end up seeing down the line. And this is all purely speculation because I don't think there's any chance really that I don't even think United fans would be happy to let him go at the moment, especially since we've kind of taken who I've spoken to a good few United fans. A lot of them would rather have kept Dean Henderson and let David De Gea go out. So I think they wouldn't then let us take another one of their young prospects who they'd want to see in a United shirt going down the line in a good few years' time away from them. So hopefully it happens. If it does, we'd all be absolutely over the moon. But then we would be in a bit of a predicament of head versus heart. Who do you want to start, and how do you think they'd end up progressing? So, yeah, if there is anybody that's watching and wants to join in, you can have your say. Just click on the link that's pinned in the comments. We'll get you in straight away. Or you can just post your comments in the chat and just let us know who you would start. And going into the Premier League, would you start Ghana? Would you start Mangala? Would you start neither of them going into it and stick with who we've got at the moment with Yatesy and probably O'Brien? Just let us know.
Absolutely. Yeah, please get involved, guys. And if you can, like, comment, and subscribe as well to the channel, and that'll be really helping us out massively. But like I say, this is our pilot episode. So hopefully we'll do it on a more regular basis, and certainly just get in contact with us. If anybody wants to take part in the show, you can tweet at myself, Joe, or Liam, or send us an email on our email address, which is forestfanshub@gmail.com. That's forestfanshub@gmail.com. But yeah, please get in touch with us if you want to take part in future shows. But yeah, we'll go on to the next subject. We're going to talk about the medicals, won't we?
Yeah.
So yes, there's been a few issues with the medicals apparently in the UK, but the big man Marinakis Evangelos hasn't been happy with, and which has possibly caused a slight delay in announcing the Mangala deal. So we'll touch on that. So from what I've heard and what I've seen, it was all down to the signing of our left back. Remind me of his name, guys. Omar Richards, and the hairline fracture that wasn't picked up on his medical in the UK. So apparently, obviously, that should have been picked up, and Evangelos Marinakis wasn't happy about that at all, and decided for Mangala's medical to be held in Greece. Now, what do we think about that? And was that the right decision? And what does it say for the medicals that have been held over here in the UK?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think we were talking about this yesterday, weren't we? That it was sort of coming out at that time, which is the reason for him going to it in Greece, because everyone, I think, was a bit confused. Oh, why are they having the medicals in Greece? Why are they going over there when they've all been done all right here in the UK. And then, I think it was just something that came out, that the hairline fracture that Omar's had, because I don't know, please correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think we've actually seen Omar play yet, have we?
No, we haven't. No, he's not been in any of the squads for the preseason games, as far as I'm aware, unless Liam knows any different. But I've not seen his name on the sheets for any of the games so far.
No, so I think that then kind of leads to it's something that was probably already prevalent when it came to having his medicals, and it didn't get picked up there, and then it's just come through.
Didn't he play against Barnsley?
I don't remember him playing against Barnsley. Did he? I don't know. He didn't. Definitely didn't, because we had Nico Williams on the left, didn't we?
I can't. They all blur into one all these games I go to.
Yeah, no, Nico Williams played on the left and Bianconi played on the right-hand side. And because this was something I picked up on the game, because Nico was struggling to get a crossing with his left foot. So no, he's, as far as I'm aware, so he certainly wasn't in that match day squad and wasn't in the team that day. So as far as I'm aware, he's not played for us yet. So yeah, it sounds like it was something that he came into this club with. And you think that obviously the whole point of the medical is to pick out things like that. It might not be a huge delay, but it's a delay, isn't it? It's 10 to 12 weeks before he's going to be potentially back into the first team squad. And you pay that kind of money, you can understand Evangelos Marinakis' opinions on that, and you kind of understand where he's coming from. But is that something that we'll probably see more of in future? That any players that are being linked are going to go straight over to Greece first before coming over to the UK? Do you think that's something that's going to happen in the future, Liam?
Nah, I think it's something that's going to be highlighted now. I mean, it would be nothing that they do different at Olympiacos. It's just a step that's been missed, I'm guessing. I mean, every English club will do a medical the same way, and it's some because it was a hairline fracture, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think it's something that's just been missed. It'll be a waste of time and money getting them over to Greece every time, I think, when Forest has got a team for that.
Yeah.
So I think it was just something minor that's been missed, and it's just a kick in the teeth for them right now, isn't it? I mean, it might be something that's held him back and all. Obviously, we've got Toffolo who's going to play there. Yeah, so maybe it's something that they're ironing out right now, when just right now they wanted to be doubly sure before signing him. But I don't think going forward it's going to be something that changes.
Yeah, it could just be a gut reaction from Evangelos, and it's just basically he's kind of giving him a little bit of a kick to say, this is what you should be finding out, this is what you should be picking up. But yeah, I agree. It's probably not going to be a permanent thing, because otherwise, why are you paying for such a big medical team here in the UK? And to be fair, up until then, we've not heard anything bad about the setup at Forest in terms of the physio team and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, hopefully it's just a one-off, and it was just a reaction from the big man to kind of say, look, this is what you need to be looking out for. This is what you need to be doing, and if you can't fix it, we'll find another way of doing it. So hopefully it's just to give him a little bit of a kickstart and push him in the right direction. He'll be fine. I'm sure he will be. So anything else you want to add to that, Joe, or should we jump on to the next topic?
No, I think we're all good there. I think, just going back to the point that Liam made about time, if we're coming down to deadline day and all of a sudden we do end up pulling a deal on Morgan Gibbs White, the last thing that we want to do is have to send him to Greece, and then all of a sudden we get stuck on time and then we can't get it over the line in time. So I reckon you definitely hit the point there where it's probably just going to be a slap on the wrist for them, saying, oh, we can get it done elsewhere, and they seem to be doing it properly, so you just need to step up. But yeah, I think we're all good there. Had a message from Eve just asking if she can come on shortly just to have a chat. Yes, of course. If you just click on the link, we'll put in the chat there and we'll get you on. I think in the meantime, we'll probably just move on to the point about next week.
Absolutely. So Liam, you can kick us off on this one, because you're going to the game, aren't you, next weekend?
Yes, mate. Yeah. I think we're going to win 1-0. I think it's going to be a slog as well. I think it's going to be a terrible game. It's going to be a nervous one, but I think we'll win 1-0. I think we'll score early, and then it's going to be a horrible, nervous game. I don't think we're going to play well. I could be proven wrong, but I don't think it's going to be a good game to watch. Particularly, it's our first game in the Prem, but I think we're going to take it to Newcastle.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, go for it, Joe. What do you think?
No, I definitely agree. We're definitely going to take it to him, and I think every single Forest fan that's going to go out there, I wouldn't be surprised if they almost get to a point where they're out singing the entirety of St James's. I think it is going to be a real slog. I think we're going to struggle to get the win out of it. I'd definitely take a point straight away, but I think it is going to be another tight game. I think, as we've seen, Dean Henderson and our defence is going to be able to keep us in a lot of these games, be able to keep it tight to a one-goal game, which is what we're going to need just to be able to clutch out a couple of draws or maybe sneak a one-goal win. I'd like to see us try and gel and play well. I think I'd rather take that than the 3 points straight out the beginning, but not quite looking for it. I'd want to see us playing well and then showing the other teams that are going to be coming up in the few weeks, yeah, we're ready to go. We're going to be able to take every team on wherever we're going, home or away. So I'd take a draw. I think we probably will just be able to scrape out a draw. But I think we are going to be able to get over the first couple of probably half an hour of adjustment to be in the Premier League and then all of a sudden playing back to our good football that Stevie Cooper's got the guys playing in from the back end of last year.
Yeah, I probably agree with you on that one. Yeah, I think it's more important that the team starts gelling. So I think it's probably the performance might be more important than the result next weekend. But I'm going to be conservative and sit on the fence like yourself, Jay. I'm going to go for a draw next week. And I'd be happy with anything coming back from that trip up to St James's Park. It'll be amazing if we can hear Mullen Kitaya over their crowd next weekend, and I'm sure there's a good chance that Forest fans will be vocal enough where that can be the case. Be an amazing atmosphere. I'm really looking forward to just seeing us on Match of the Day next Saturday. That'd be amazing. And looking forward to listening to the game and trying to follow
Forest
it.
Is a feature game, isn't it?
I would have thought so.
Newcastle Forest is a future. Is the first game on?
I've not seen it yet, but I wouldn't be surprised. Return of such a huge club to the Premier League. That's going to be big on their agenda for sure.
And then playing against Newcastle, who have been one of the high rising teams ever since their takeover in the middle of last season. I think, it's going to be a lot of eyes are going to be wanting to see that game, to see how both teams are playing on and how they've kind of progressed from where they were. I think a lot of eyes are going to be on that game. So it doesn't surprise me at all if we're the feature of Match of the Day there.
Absolutely. And, two good young managers, two, big clubs. Newcastle are a huge club. They've got a huge fan base. We'd love a stadium as big as that, one day for our club, because we know we'd fill it out as well. At the moment, right now, you could fill the stadium twice with the amount of fans that want to go. But it'll be a great game, and I'm really looking forward to it. I do hope that we get a few more in before then, just to ease the pressure on the rest of the place. So I think that's something that Cooper's really eager that he gets a few more players in, certainly as soon as possible. And as I say, it's less than a week before the start of the season, and he would have rather had them in sooner rather than later. So we'll go for a score predictions as well. We've had Liam's. He's going for a 1-0 Forest win. Liam, is that it? Is that your prediction?
Yeah.
I'll go for a 1-0, 1-0 draw. And Joe, what's your score prediction for the game, if you want to make one this early?
I'll go with probably a 2-2. I think they'll come out the blocks quick, and then we'll start to find our form again. We'll start to find those balls like we saw yesterday into a 1-year, and then Brennan will find it, bring his shooting boots. Hopefully, Jesse will manage to have some better shots than he took yesterday.
If I wanted anyone to score, it would be Lingard on Saturday.
Yeah.
Shut TalkSport up. Shut all the pundits up that have been talking about him. And I think that's probably what everyone wants at Forest.
Yeah.
Especially leading into that first home game against West Ham as well. That's going to be a tasty one as well.
Oh, I hope he bags again against them and all.
Absolutely, absolutely. But it's exciting to even talk about these players. And yeah, he did. We'll just touch on him again. He did look good yesterday. He just a little bit, rusty from match fitness, but that will come. And I'm sure I wouldn't be surprised if they do a little game behind closed doors in the week, just to give him that little bit more time. Well, even if he's playing for the under-23s or something like that, gets him a little bit more of a run out as well. But yeah, looking forward to the game next week. Sorry, and you make it loud and proud for us, Liam. While you're up there, I'm sure you're going to have an amazing bunch of fans sat next to you, and yeah, make as much noise as you can, mate.
Yeah. Carol's just added in there saying Shelby for Newcastle's out injured. Do we think that's going to make a difference for Forest to be able to clinch a win?
Well, Maxim's meant to be on the way out and all.
Is it?
He's meant to be, yeah. That's what I've heard. Maxim's meant to be off abroad.
Yeah.
They want Maddison as well this week, don't they? Put a £30 million bid in for him yesterday.
Yeah.
But I think Leicester want 60, is it? They want 60 mil to let Maddison go. But he was pants against us last year anyway, but he's a good player.
Yeah, he did. He got a lot of stick off for Forest fans, didn't he, in their cup game last year? But
and we'll happily give him it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, we will, absolutely. But he's a talented player. You kind of see why Leicester are going to double the asking price for any players going to Newcastle, and unfortunately, that's something Newcastle are going to have to deal with themselves. You can't say you're cash richest club in the world and then not pay up. So that's something they're going to be held to ransom probably over every single player that we go in for, and you can't blame the clubs for asking, to be fair. But we'll see what happens to them. But we're more interested in Forest, aren't we? We'll get a few more in as well before then, I'm sure.
To answer a question with Shelby, I think they'll have just as good players stepping in as well. So whoever we play on the day, I think that 1-0 will come.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Sorry, go for it.
No.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, do you think we're ready for our first guest to come in?
Yeah. Absolutely, bring them in. Yeah,
a few minutes here. So, Eve, you ready? Give us thumbs up. Yeah, here we go.
Hi.
You're right.
Hi,
yeah, I'm okay. Yeah, I'm okay. Yeah.
Good.
How you doing?
Not too bad.
How's it feel to be the first guest on our Forest Fans Hub channel?
It feels really good.
Bless you. No one can take that away from you, mate.
Yeah, and I've got my new Forest shirt on as well.
I know.
I ain't got mine yet.
You haven't got mine as well, so that's 2 out of 4. I still haven't got mine either. Bless you. It looks really great on you. I hope you enjoy wearing it.
Can I show you the back of my Forest shirt as
Absolutely.
well? I'll show you the back. It does have my name on at the back. I don't know if you can.
Oh yes. Yeah. He's not going for a number though. He's not going for a number, Ian.
Yeah.
And my dad was going to put a number on it, but he didn't in the end. So maybe when I come to a home game soon, I might try and get a number on it at the back.
Yeah, they'll always do it for you anyway.
Yeah.
Definitely. So, Eve, how did you watch any of the game yesterday, or are you aware of what happened in the match yesterday?
Yeah, I watched some of the game. I think I missed towards the end because I went down to have my dinner, so I didn't get to see the goal. But I did catch up on the goal after I finished. So yeah.
What did you think? What did you think to the performance and goal scorers and all that sort of stuff?
I thought we played well, and yeah, I was happy with the performance. So yeah, I was happy.
Good.
What do you think on Newcastle? What do you think the score will be?
I do have a feeling we're gonna beat Newcastle. I think maybe 1-0 or maybe 2-0.
Yeah.
I'd take that. Who do you think is going to score?
Brennan Johnson, I think.
Yeah.
I think after
And
the
you
way he
and
played yesterday, yeah, I could definitely see him doing it against Newcastle.
I saw
Yeah.
you got a birthday message off Joe Worrell on
Yeah,
Twitter,
I
did
did.
you?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, and
That's good.
and I got one of Kevin Campbell and of David Johnson as well.
Wow.
So
Fantastic. See, you're a legend, Eve. Everyone knows you.
yeah,
Bless you. And you did a nice. You put a post up today. Is there anything you want to show us? Have you got it with you? Your picture from today.
yeah. I actually drew it. I drew it last night. This is my picture of Joe Worrell.
Yeah.
I got it from. I'll show you the original image. From online that I got it from. I got it from just some gallery. I got it from.
Yeah.
This is where I got it
Fantastic.
from.
Hold it a bit more central, more in the middle.
Like that.
Yeah, that's it. That's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, I got
Guys,
it.
yeah, fantastic.
Yes, I tried. So yeah, I was having like a. I found I did a video call with another Forest fan. Her name's Becky, and she was the fan who drew a picture of me a few weeks ago.
Oh,
wow.
Becky was fantastic.
Yeah, and so this is the second time she's helped me. We've had a video call, and she's helped me draw a picture.
Yeah.
So yeah, so we did that on WhatsApp, and we're going to do it again on Tuesday, I think. So, which I'm
That's really
excited
sweet.
about.
Yeah, big shout out to Becky. That's a really nice thing to do, and yeah, but fantastic. We all saw it and we all loved it, and keep doing it, Eve. If it makes you happy, and that's the most important thing. You know, whatever you get the joy out of it. Hopefully, you enjoy doing it for just for the sake of doing it. You know, and we love seeing your photos, so yeah, pictures. So yeah,
Oh, thank you.
no, you're very welcome. So yeah, you had a great birthday as well. A few days ago, didn't you? Was it earlier on this week, wasn't it, your birthday?
Yeah, it was on Wednesday. Yeah, it was on Wednesday. Yeah, I had a good birthday, and I got a few Nottingham Forest gifts for my birthday, including my shirt. I even got a Nottingham Forest bucket list of things to scratch off when I've achieved it. So like the things on the list are like an armchair supporter. So it says watch Forest on TV, which I have done. Have a Forest shirt, which I have done. It says played as Forest on the computer game. I haven't done that yet. I haven't had a wallpaper on phone yet. And it says follow their social media account. Well, I follow all their social media accounts. So I can.
Well, you'd have to get a wallpaper. Definitely get a wallpaper on your phone. Joe's got one. Yeah, he was scared to open it when he was at the Notts County game.
Yeah, so I was at the county game on Tuesday, but I wasn't able to get a ticket in the Forest stands. But my dad had a membership to watch them and his hometown team play, so he got me tickets to sit in the county end. I was surrounded by county fans, but I couldn't open up my phone because the first screen, if I take off my background, it'll probably make it a bit easier. So yeah, my first screen is that. So that's Joe Worrell lifting the trophy, and then as soon as I open it up, Jesse Lingard.
Oh, that is a good picture.
There was no way I could open up my phone at any point during the game. So
yeah, well, there are some other things I've got to scratch off. It says watch the game with a friend or relative, which I have done. It says met a player, which I have done. I've met many players in the past, including Joe Worrell. It says had a tour for City Ground. That's one thing I haven't done yet. So
yeah, something definitely
I haven't done that yet. And it says name the current team. Well, I'm going to have to memorize all the current team and then name all the current team.
Definitely. So, well, at the moment, then, so from our signings and from players from last season, who's your favourite Forest player at the moment?
I think I'm one of my favourites. I think out of like all the squad, I think my favourite player, or my favourite two players at the moment, are, along with one of the new signings, I like Jesse Lingard, so, and I like Brennan Johnson and Ryan Yates.
Yeah.
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 Is there any games you're wanting to go to this season then? What's your next game you're looking at to go to?
I'm going to the game against Fulham on the 16th of September. I can't go to the West Ham game because no one can take me. Can't go to the Tottenham game because no one can take me. So I can't. So I'm going to go to Fulham. What did you say?
So we'll see you have a Fulham game, hopefully. You're looking forward to that one. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'm excited for that game. Yeah. Yeah. And I want to see the game either against Aston Villa or against Liverpool. So I'm going to come to one of the games in October and then come to one of the home games in November. So
definitely. Well, get in contact with us, Eve. So if there's any of the games that we're at, we'll love to meet up with you. I'm sure all the guys would love to meet you and take a photo with you as well. So yeah, it'd be fantastic. So we'll try and keep in touch and see what games are available that we can get to ourselves. But fingers crossed for all of us. We can all get to a few games hopefully this season as well.
I do hope people, who don't have memberships, can get to some games this season.
Yeah. So like I mean, even when sorry, go on.
Like I said in the past with my channel, with it, keep growing. That's my goal. So obviously I've got 2 away memberships. So I'll be looking at doing stuff like that, getting people to away games, and then going from there. And I'm sure that's what the onlook of this channel would be as well, to try and do good for the Forest community and get people to games that probably wouldn't usually be able to get to them. So.
Absolutely. But also, just the opportunity that, the majority of us who won't get to games, we can still have a place where we can all talk about football, we can all engage, and we all can, share our experiences because unfortunately, it's as it is at the moment, and it will be for the next couple of seasons at least, the majority of us aren't going to get to the game. So we don't want anybody to feel left out because they're not at a game. Everyone's a Forest fan. Everyone loves the club. Everyone wants us to do well. And for this platform is for you guys. So come on, give us your experiences. Let's talk about the games. Might do a few watch-alongs when there's a live game on or something like that. But whatever you guys want, this channel is purely here to support our fan base. So if there's any suggestions you guys have for whether you're watching today or in the future, please drop us a comment in the comment section, and we'll certainly look at what we can do to make this channel grow more. But yeah, this is your platform, guys, so don't forget that, and it won't work without your engagement. So please get involved and give us your comments and ideas, and how we can push this channel forward and get it out to more people and get us all involved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any of the bits you want to talk about or add on?
I don't know. I was going to say something else. I know that next season is going to be more hard, like to get tickets because of the redevelopment. So, and people have got like silver home memberships and bronze memberships for home games. Might not get to as many games next season. So, I'm kind of going to expect not to go to many games like this, when the redevelopment happens.
This is why, like I said, once we get a platform where it's big enough and we can approach the club and do stuff like that, I mean, I'm sure Forest will want to get involved eventually when the platform's big enough, and help people that can't get to games go to games, even if it's like contacting companies that own corporate boxes at Forest already. People will like that publicity to try and get people to games. And I'm hoping that people will reach out eventually to help people get to a game.
Yeah, so, and I would love to go to.
Hope so.
I would love to go to an away game one of these days. So It's always been my dream to go to an away game. So
You'll enjoy it a lot better. I mean, the Forest, the fans that are at away games are crazy, and you'll love it because the atmosphere is so much better at an away game.
I remember, I think it was like 3 years ago in this September. I remember going to Manchester to see to for a Harry Potter thing, and after I remember, and then I went to a restaurant with my carer, and then after we drove, we saw them like Manchester City ground, and I was like, oh my goodness, imagine if Forest ever get promoted to the Premier League. We could be playing at that stadium. So, and that was like only 3 years ago when I was thinking that. And I actually took a picture of the Etihad from the outside, and I was like, oh my goodness, imagine if I could go to an away game there one day.
It's an amazing looking stadium, and that's
Yeah.
going to happen this season. Let's just hope as many Forest fans as possible can get to the game and create an atmosphere. But thank you so much, Eve. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for being the first guest on our new channel. If you can, please share it on your Twitter and Instagram pages and so on and so forth, and get the message out. But really loved having you on today, and hopefully we'll get you on again in the future. And I hope you've enjoyed it as well.
Yep, I have enjoyed it. Yep.
See you later, mate.
Brilliant. Thanks for coming on, Eve.
See you again soon. Take care.
Bye.
Bye. Have we got anyone else waiting, Joe?
No, nothing on
that. Aren't we? So it's a short show today, guys, just because we're getting used to the setup and how it works. So we'll be done in a few minutes. But yeah, please drop your comments in. And if there's any questions you've got for us before the end of the show, please drop them in the comments. But yeah, we expected, obviously, today it will be a bit of a slow burner, but we'll get there. And I think the fans that we've got, Forest, the family, everyone cares, everybody does want to help each other out. And hopefully we'll get a good community spirit going, and we'll get a few more people on in future shows, and we'll set up, we'll have a more regular schedule. Yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed it as well today, because it was really good to finally get this idea off the ground, because we've been talking about it for a few weeks now, haven't we? It's just time commitments and stuff has made it hard to actually get one set up. But I'm really proud to have you guys involved in this. And yeah, and anybody else who wants to get involved, please just let us know. Like I say, it's your platform. It's for the fans, and it's for you guys to engage and tell us how you want the channel going forward. But really happy with today, and I'm really happy with the engagement we're going to get hopefully in the future as well. Liam, anything you want to add?
Yeah, just even if you're not seeing this live now, if you can drop a sub to the channel, it does help. Comment on the videos, just like it. It all goes a long way to hit the algorithm and get it out there to more Forest fans. And the more people that get involved, the bigger it'll be and the better it'll be for people, because we're all about doing good for Forest fans. So just drop a sub. That's where it starts.
Joe, anything else you want to add? Have we got any other business? Anything else we want to talk about?
Don't think so, no. I think probably just as a closing point, since we're pretty much now at the business end, season starting next week, and we've kind of had a good chance, definitely yesterday, to see all of the new signings come in and play. Who do you think of guys that were brought in, of which like 2 or 3 do you think are going to be the key guys that hopefully keep us up in the Premier League going forward this season?
Liam, you first.
Mine's got to be O'Brien. He was a class apart yesterday, and I didn't think I'd be saying that, but he was. And Lingard's going to prove vital. I think as soon as that match fitness and match sharpness comes, we're going to be. I think we're not going to be as bad as everyone thinks we're going to be this season. I'm going to say we're going to come 12th. That's been from the start. That was before all these signings. So, yeah, I think we're going to be better than people think we're going to be.
What about you, Ez?
So, yeah, definitely looking forward to the whole season, to be honest. But, yeah, I think I've said 11th, and I'm going to stick with 11th as a prediction. That was again before all these signings came in. But what was the question? I totally forgot. What was your question?
The player.
Which couple of players do you think are going to be key in getting to 11th this year from the new signings that we've had a chance to see?
Yeah, so one player I've mentioned before as well, and I think we'll look back on him saying he's probably one of the best signings for years, will be Niakate. I think he's quality.
I'll agree with you on that one and all.
Yeah, I think he's one that we can definitely hopefully we'll look back on and say, yeah, we got him for a bargain price. So really looking forward to it. And I'd love to see more of Nico Williams and his link up. We saw a little glimpse of it yesterday. But love to see him linking up with Brennan and Jesse as well, and we'll see how those players add to the squad. And I'm sure you're just thinking about the players that they've replaced in each position.
Yeah.
And it's just it's almost night and day, isn't it? So yeah, definitely I'm happy with those two in particular. And I think we'll look back and say, yeah, they were bargain signings in particular. Go on, and Jay, you finish us off.
I think, the one guy that I was going to mention, and he's one of the guys that didn't actually play yesterday, was Niakate. I think he's going to be an absolute stalwart at the back, and the interviews that he's given and the fact that he was captain for a Bundesliga team, I think he's going to add so much to that back line. And then as well as Dean Henderson in goal, I think he's definitely going to keep us in games to be able to get us those tricky draws, scrape a 1-goal win somewhere. And then those are going to be the key moments that get us the points. Definitely to make sure that we get more than 11. Definitely want to get past that wall, and then get up to, I predicted, I think 15th before we even had any idea that Jesse was on like the radar. So I think we can definitely elevate above that towards the top of the mid-table area. I'd say about 12th. I'd be really happy with 12th, but definitely 17th. I'll take it straight away now. But I want us to show our business and show the rest of the teams who are kind of looking down on Forest, saying why they're spending so much money, why they're signing players like Jesse Lingard when they're going to go straight back down. I think this is going to be the perfect surprise season where we can kind of show them exactly what we're all about.
I think you're right. And just touching on those kind of comments, and you're right, because we have had a lot of comments like that. But I think the majority of them have come from people not old enough to ever have seen us in the top flight. So for them, Forest aren't a big club, but we'll prove to a lot of people that we are a big club and we deserve to be there. And fingers crossed, it's not going to be a one season hit. We'll be there, and I think we'll be comfortable. I genuinely, not being cocky, I'm not being overconfident. I'm just looking at what the business that we've done and the quality of the manager that we've got, because we can't underestimate that. He's a very, very good manager, and this will be his first crack at the Premier League. And I've got nothing but high hopes for it, for him as a manager and for us as a club to go forward. Fingers crossed, we all hope for the best, but we're all positive. And if that positivity has come from the business that we've done, surely, hasn't it,
But you got to look at the teams around us as well. I mean, Leeds have sold all their best players. Everton, I haven't been able to bring anyone in. They've sold their best player, and they struggled with them best players last season. So I don't think Bournemouth are going to do very well. I think Fulham are going to stay up this season.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to look at Leeds and Everton and teams like that haven't done the business this year. They've shipped their best players out. So it's good going forward for Forest, where we have done the business and we've brought in stronger players to help us stay up.
Yeah, well, that might be something Sorry, I was going to say that might be something we'll do before the Newcastle game next week, is give our rundown of the predictions of for the Premier League, so where we think each team will finish. But that might be something we'll do in the week. So look out for that, guys, and look out for any notifications for our next streams. But great having you guys on today, and really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was brilliant. Great first pilot episode from us, and thanks to Eve as well for coming on, being our first guest, showing what this channel is pretty much all about, getting everybody involved. We want everyone who's watching to come in, have their say, about anything, whether it's Forest, whether it's Premier League in general, football in general. Especially if any teams like Derby have an absolute stinker, we'd always have to have a good couple of minutes just to laugh at them. Yeah, I think it would be great to have everyone involved. Anybody that's watching this, just watch out for the next episode. Give us all a follow on Twitter and our main hub, and then just drop us an email and get you involved. And yeah, I'm looking forward to carrying this through for the rest of the season and seeing where it's all going to go.
Fantastic. Yeah, looking forward to it. Any last comments, Liam, before we sign out?
No, I've pretty much said it. I said it about the just growing the platform and helping out. A subscription doesn't cost anything, but it does help the channel. So, cheers.
Definitely. Please subscribe, and please do hit the notifications button so you can get notified of when we do go live again. But we will certainly be keeping you updated on our Twitter pages as well. But yeah, look out for it. And yeah, thank you everybody who took part today and will takes part in the future. Thank you very much. And yeah, we're going to sign out for today. Thank you very much.
Just a quick one.
Go on.
Cal, are you watching the Lionesses this evening? Women's Euros final tonight.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, and they're going to be the team to bring it home as well.
Yeah, they will.
Absolutely, yeah. Let's start off the season in style, with a win for our Lionesses tonight. So we'll all be cheering them on. So fingers crossed, we get the right result and we bring back the cup.
Yeah.
Lionesses.
See you later, guys.
All right.
You're it.
Cheers, guys. You